Hello everyone, Debbie here. Welcome back to Barossa Valley Crafts. So today we're doing number 4 of 7 using the Dinkles powders and some Lavinia stamps to create cards. So I will add a link below in the description to the tutorial where it shows how I made these backgrounds and the colours that I have used. So once they were dry, I started creating cards with them. So I've made these 2, and this is the one we're going to do today. Now, this is my second attempt at making this tutorial because my phone cut out while I was recording. So part of this is already done, but I'll still run through how it was done. So this is the first one that was done. And to use this one, the red berry wreath was used and just stamped around to give the circular part. And mini pippin was used, and autumn fall, which is the fairy in the middle, she was used. So they are the stamps that we used for that card. And now this is the other one that I made, and this is the one that we're going to recreate today. So I'll go through those as we go along. So as I said earlier, I've already started stamping some of it because when I was recording it earlier, it stopped recording, so I had to start again. But so far what I've done here was I have stamped the Lavinia fairy bridge. Then I stamped the reindeer, which is him in this corner down here. And then I have stamped the little butterfly from the fairy bugs. So now we'll go on to the next step. Oh, and then after that, using VersaFine Clair Twilight, I then went around the edge of the card with the twilight to frame the centre part, and then I added somewhere the water is where the fairy bridge is, just to give the water a bit of bluey colour. Now we're going to move on to the next part. So what we're doing here is, I'll just pop this in place, and we're going to be using the Tree of Hope and the Tree of Courage, and we're just going to pop this where we want it to go. So probably about there. I want it to go about halfway because the other one will come in from the other side. And just pop another magnet on there. Okay, so now when I'm stamping this one, I'm going to be using Versamark, which is a clear sticky ink. So before we stamp it, this is an embossing buddy and it's got like a powder in it. And I'm just going to gently rub that over the card where I intend to stamp, and hopefully the only place the embossing powder will stick is to where the impression or the Versamark is stamped, and it shouldn't stick to the rest of the card. So it's called an anti-static embossing buddy. All right, so now we're just going to ink up the stamp using the Versamark. All right, I've just slid that around a bit, try again. Okay, now when you're using this, make sure, you might feel like you're overdoing it, but it's best to make sure it's all covered because you can't see it very well once it's stamped on the card. You need to make sure you've got a good coverage. Okay, now we'll just pop that into place and give it a good press. If you're enjoying my tutorials, please do feel free to subscribe and like, and I'll add some links in the description below to my Facebook groups. If you'd like to join, you're more than welcome. Okay, so now we'll take that out of there, and I'll get a piece of card. And I'm going to be using Wow embossing powder, and this is an opaque bright white superfine embossing powder. And we're going to cover that stamped image with this. Now, all the products I'm using today, I have actually purchased through Image Plus Scrapbook Superstore, which is an online store in Tasmania, Australia. So I will add the link, and if you're interested, you're more than welcome to join, go up there and have a look at her store. So I'm just going to rub off some of this excess powder. Obviously I didn't stamp that or rub the embossing buddy over there very well. I should have done it before I put it into the stamp press. Before I'd, yeah. Okay. There we go. I think, well, it's got the worst of it anyway. Hopefully I'll do better on the other side. All right, I'll just pop that into here. So now I'm going to make a bit of noise using the heat gun to melt the embossing powder. When you're using a heat gun, make sure you heat it properly before you take it to the card. Okay. And then don't wave it around. Hold it in one spot until you see the embossing powder melt. And as you see it melting, move your heat gun along. Hopefully you can see what that's doing there. There we go. I think that's got all that. Alrighty, so now I'll just pop that stamp away and I'll get the other one. So this one's the Tree of Courage. Yeah, I'm going to pop that on this side. So cover all that. Hopefully I do a better job than I did the other side. Okay, so now I really only just want the branches of this one, so I'm just going to line that up there. Just pop a couple more magnets down to stop it moving. Now I really only want this top part of the tree for this one. So I'll just ink that up with the Versamark. And stamp that into place. Just move it out of the stamp press. Get my little bit of card back. And we'll add the embossing powder to this side. Get rid of the excess. Okay, you can see here, I think what's happened is I haven't let the ink dry properly where I did the blending around the outside, so the powder is actually sticking to some of that inking that I have done. So there's a lesson learned. Make sure any previously stamped inking is dry before you start your embossing. Yeah, just get rid of as much excess as we can. Pop that away. Because with my tutorials, what you see is what you get. If I muck up, you get to see it. Okay, now we'll heat the heat gun again. And do this side. Didn't mean to do that bit. Okay. Accidentally had a bit of embossing powder there, but I can fix that up. Alrighty. So that's that part done. Now we're going to add some orbs. So this is a Lavinia stencil. So I'm just going to, let me just shake this off. So so I don't get the embossing powder on everything. Okay, so we're just going to drop that onto there. And using a finger dauber and some white Versa Magic Cloud White ink, we're just going to add some orbs. So we'll just load up the dauber and then just pounce it onto the card, just wherever you want in various random spots. And then you can do various sizes, as many or as little as you like. So I'll just lift it off and have a look. So you can see there's some there, but we're going to just add, and I'll put another one in here. And we'll do another one up here. Let's just do a smaller one up here. And I don't think, oh yeah, I might do another one here in the tree. So we'll go a medium-sized one here in the tree. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it needs any more. Otherwise it'll be overdone. And that's that. And then, just using a quickie glue pen and some glitter, I'm just going to add some little glittery bits to the water, just so it looks like little ripples and shiny bits. Pop the glitter onto that. Tip off the excess. And I'll just brush off the excess. And that's done. So I'll just pop that away before I spill it everywhere. And then, like you would, whatever card size you make, just make your matte and layer cards to suit the card. And there it is all finished. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. And if you have, please do give me the thumbs up. And do subscribe if you'd like to see more tutorials. And thank you for joining me, and I'll add in the links where to purchase these from and the tutorial where I made these backgrounds in. Thank you for joining me. Bye.